Good evening, SK, SD Manish. Good evening, everyone. So let's wait for a few minutes. Let's wait so that the whole class joins and then we will start. Good evening, Jyoti. Good evening, Kriti. Good evening, Ravi. Good evening. No worries, Ravi. No worries. Just make sure you go through the recordings. No worries, SD. Just go through the recordings. I have one doubt that you said historical balance sheet in financial statement analysis. The word I didn't understand. So, okay, I'll come to your point. When we will start with class, I'll start with class by addressing your doubt. RT. I have noted your doubt, and when we will be starting with the class, first I'll address your doubt and then start with the class. Around 46 students have joined as of now. We expect the crowd to be around 60 to 65. So let's wait for a couple of more minutes. We will start soon. Good evening, KM. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Please see to it that the two sheets have been uploaded in the chat box. You get it downloaded, please. Everyone, the two sheets have been uploaded in the chat box. Please get it downloaded. Yes, not all the students, but the two batches have been merged. So you can see only one sheet in the chat box. Guys, are you not able to see two sheets? They say two sheets are available, right? Okay. Yes, the sheets are been uploaded, have been uploaded on the LMS as well. Just check LMS, you will find those sheets as well that was discussed yesterday. Yes, yes, I have shared the sheet, although the sheet will also be uploaded on the LMS, so don't worry about it. Again, do you want me to upload the sheet? Give me a second. This is one sheet. Please see, case for quiz is uploaded. Guys, Kriti, have you received this case for quiz? Perfect. And then financial statement analysis is uploaded. So the two sheets have been uploaded. I hope we don't have to stop the class midway. Where do I get this link from? So HT, I guess you have joined from the mobile as well. So don't worry, the sheets will be uploaded on the LMS by the end of the lecture. Perfect. Let's start. Let's start first with the cases for quiz. Okay. So in case you have a laptop, you can see a chat option over there. In chat box, I have uploaded those sheets. Okay, shall we start, guys? Everyone, shall we start? What is the first step that we are going to follow? Guys, what will be the first step that we are going to follow? Just a second. Let me share my whole screen. Yes, we will automate our financial statement. It means that we will automate our financial statement. It means that we will interlink our financial statements. In terms of cash flow, we will be using this statement, which has CFO. Guys, are you able to hear me? Sorry, there was an error due to a disconnection. Perfect. Sorry for that technical glitch. Let's start. Perfect. Perfect. You can see the screen, right? So this is my CFO plus CFI plus CFF. So you have received this sheet, Urvashi? Have you received this sheet, Urvashi? This one, the one we are working on. Okay, so let's get done with this sheet, and while shifting to the next sheet, I'll share it beforehand. Okay, this is CFO plus CFI plus CFF. So VM, probably you might have joined late. That is why you have not received the sheet. Give me some time. Let me just complete the interlinking part and then I will share the sheet. And please make sure, guys, those who have joined late, please join on time from next time. The last class sheet is already been uploaded on the LMS. So this is again, the business is started new. So we will have opening balance, opening cash balance as 0. Next, we have closing cash balance, which is opening plus net cash. This is next. Let me add cash in asset side of the balance sheet. That is this cash balance. Perfect. And here I have my, not again, shit. Why this is happening, I don't know. Just give me a second. Okay. So using that, we we would have interlinked our financial statements. It is lost due to some formatting issues and all those things. Let's start with the let's start straight away with the modeling part. You started a business with 1 crore as equity and 50 lakhs as loan at the rate 13% per annum interest payable in 20 years. So this is for 1 year. First of all, equity, CFO. Guys, you should interlink your statement as we did in the last class. Owner's contribution. What is owner contribution? 1 crore. So 1 crore is nothing but 10 millions. Next, bank loan at the rate 13% per annum interest payable in 20 years. And what is the amount of bank loan? It's 50 lakhs. It means that 5 million. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now, where in the cash flow statement will I enter this? Where in the cash flow statement will I enter this? Bank loan and owner's contribution. Very good. CFF. Not Soumya, not CFI Soumya, but CFF. CFI deals with contribution of fixed assets. Equity contribution is 1 crore. That is 10 millions. Debt is 5 million. Total CFF, sum of equity and debt. Done. Next, next, read the entry and tell me. You invested 25 lakhs in FD for 2 years, investing rate 10% paid annually. 25 lakhs have been invested in FD. What we will do, and the investment is made for 2 years. It means that FD is my fixed asset and investment in fixed asset is cash flow from investing activities. Fixed deposit made. Fixed deposit, and what is the amount? Amount is 25 lakhs, 2.5 millions. 25 lakhs is the amount, 2.5 million is the amount. Interest rate is 10% paid annually. So we have interest income of 10% into this value. And then we had an interest expense as well. That is bank loan into 13%. Since this is an expense, okay. Next, what would be the entries for these two? Where will these two entries go to? Interest income interest expense. Yes, minus is automatically converted in bracket. 5 pp interest expense. So the values in bracket tells us that this is in a negative sign. Interest expense. Are you guys not getting this in bracket? If you want to get this in bracket, let me know. If you are not getting this in bracket, I'll help you out. Hi PP, hi Priya. Tell me. So sure. So you have missed last two classes, so you wanted to know about these formulas. Okay. Hi Swapnil, tell me, how can I help you? Okay, Urvashi, I'll repeat this entry. Okay, again tell for expenses. Everyone, everyone. So the two entries over here you are clear with. 1 crore was equity contribution and 50 lakh was debt. So that is why 50 lakh, since it is a debt, it is a liability for me. That is why I have written bank loan over here, and 1 crore is equity contribution. And since equity and debt are part of cash flow from financing activity, I have entered it in cash flow from financing activity. Everyone clear with this? Everyone, if you guys are clear with this, allow me to move forward. Everyone, those who asked the doubt, PP, Urvashi, everyone, perfect. Next, the interest expense is 13% per annum on interest, and interest is payable till 20 years. So what would be the interest expense? Interest expense would be 50 lakhs into 13%. This is my interest expense. On the other hand, I also have some interest income earned on my FD. I have invested 25 lakhs in FD. So 25 lakhs of fixed deposit, I will mention it over here. Fixed deposit is worth 25 lakhs. 25 lakhs is the amount of fixed deposit. And in this fixed deposit, since it is a cash flow from investing, there would be a cash outflow because this is the amount I have given to the bank. Now, in this fixed deposit, I am earning an interest income. And what is that interest income? Interest income is 25 lakh into what was the interest that I am earning into 10%. Into 10%. So this is the interest income. I will link interest income over here. And interest expense. This is my interest expense over here. Income should be positive. Yes, income is in positive. KG, any doubt? Income, I have taken values for income in positive. Everyone clear? Perfect. Next, bought a machinery at a cost of 15 lakhs with a useful life of 10 years and salvage value of 0. Salvage value is nothing but scrap value. So at the end of the day, when you will sell the machinery, what will you receive? Question is saying us that the salvage value is 0. So machinery is bought worth rupees 15 lakhs, that is 1.5 million. Machinery purchased is this amount. Machinery purchased is this amount, and accumulated depreciation is what we will calculate. But let's calculate the depreciation expense first. Depreciation expense 15 lakh divided by 10 because useful life is 10 years. 15 lakh divided by 10 because useful life is 10 years. Accumulated depreciation for now, we will have to less this accumulated depreciation. Since depreciation is an expense, we will have to keep it negative. Retained earnings. Perfect. My balance sheet is getting matched with all these entries. Perfect. Next, everyone, does any one of you have any doubt about this? Any of these entry till now? These are somewhat new entries. Everyone clear with this? Please, if any one of you have any doubt, please let me know here itself so that we can clear each and every doubt and move forward. Retained earnings. This is net income or net loss, and this will be retained earnings. This will turn into retained earnings if no dividends have been paid. That is why we have linked retained earnings over here. We have done nothing, just interlinked our financial statement so that the assets and liabilities gets matched after every transaction. Perfect. Next. We have paid 12 lakhs annually. So rent expense let me just check whether I can add one more to this. Rent expense minus 12 lakh for the year, but not 12 lakh, it's actually 9 lakh. No, for financial modeling, but Excel will be the software that we need to use. We won't be relying on any other softwares. Although there are other softwares as well for accounting purposes, but we won't be using those softwares. We would be relying on Excel because Excel is the most used and widely accepted software throughout the industry. Rent expense. Next, deposit paid minus 3 lakh. Outcome still, let's see. Sure, I'll go slow. Is there any entry, Ravi, that you are stuck in? Any of the entry where you are stuck? Please let me know about this. Where, in which entry are you stuck? Let me help you out, please. Rent expense. So this over here, everyone is clear, right? Till here, everyone is clear. Now 12 lakhs have been paid. 12 lakhs have been paid, out of which 9 lakhs is recorded as rent expense. So this is 9 lakhs, which is recorded as a rent expense. And the next 3 lakhs is deposit. So this is my rent expense. and the next 3 lakhs will be my deposit. Two entries for my rent expense are rent expense in income statement and rent expense paid in my cash flow statement, or rent paid in my cash flow statement. Sure, I'll share the sheet, DS. Let us just get done with this sheet and then I'll share you once we complete it. Okay. Guys, is previous sheet not available on LMS? Please check. Sheet is not fully visible. Now is it any better? Perfect. Thank you. Shall we move on to next? Deposit paid. It's 3 lakh. Since deposit will be there as an asset for more than 1 year, it will be part of fixed assets. That is why the two entries are one in fixed assets and the other one is in cash flow statement. Sure, I'll zoom it. Perfect. Thank you. Guys, everyone clear? Everyone clear up till here? Please let me know. Please confirm. Next, you receive 30 lakhs as consulting income for 2 years. Finally, revenue, but this is advance revenue. How you added deposit paid? So, okay, how I added one section, one line for deposit paid. So what we need to do is, how I added one row, that is what you are asking, I guess, Ravi. So, use shift and space bar. Use shift and space bar, and then use control plus. Use shift and space bar and then use control plus. Everyone got this? How to add a new row? Perfect. Next is, you receive 30 lakhs as consulting income for 2 years. So you will be providing services. Okay, didn't got. Shift space bar is the whole range selected using shift and space bar all together. You have to use this together. Shift, keep shift pressed and then use space bar. The whole row will be selected. Is the whole row selected? Everyone? Ravi? Using shift space bar, is the whole row getting selected? Please let me know. If not, go. So here you had a section, right? Here you needed to add something, right? Here you needed to add one row above this. So there you will have to click on one cell and use shift space bar. Go to this cell where you above which you need to add one row. Use shift and space bar over here and then use control plus. This is what you need to do. Are you getting this, Ravi? Shift space bar control plus. This is what you are expected to do. Thank you. Perfect. Next is 30 lakhs of consulting income for 2 years. You receive 30 lakhs of, you have provided some consultation services for next 2 years, out of which 1 year has been passed. So 30 lakhs of consulting income for 2 years. Advance received for 2 years is 30 lakhs. That is 3 million. Advance received for consultation services. Advance received for consultation services. This is the amount. Now, out of this consultation services were for 2 years. These consultation services were for 2 years, out of which 1 year has been passed. It means that 1 year of consultation you have provided. 1 year of consultation you have provided. So you will record a revenue for 1 year. That is 1.5 million of revenue will be recorded. Still, this is going to be 3 million. Everyone done with this? Advance received, what advance received was 30 million. Sorry, 3 million, that is 30 lakhs. Advance received was 30 lakhs, that is 3 million, out of which 1.5 million is advance received for the next year and 1.5 million has been realized as revenue. Everyone got this? This was a bit tricky one. Everyone got this? Please confirm. Perfect. Next. Okay. So do you want me to repeat again about this entry? I'll repeat. Just give me a second. In the month of January, 3rd Jan, on 3rd Jan, you have received 3 million. That is 30 lakhs rupees. 30 lakh rupees was received. 30 lakh rupees was received in advance. So since you have received an advance payment, this is a liability for you. Why this is a liability for you? Because till the time you have not provided the consultation services, who is the owner of this 30 lakh? Your client is the owner of this 30 lakh. He can ask you back this 30 lakh and your client money is available with you. You have possessed your client money. It means that you owe 30 lakhs to your client. So that is why 30 lakhs was put in advance received and in liability section. Have you got this? Have you got this, Kriti? Next. Next. Out of these 30 lakh, out of this 30 lakh, this was the fees for 2 years. This was the fees for first year and second year. So fees for first year is 15 lakh and fees for second year is 15 lakh, out of which first year has passed. It means that for the first year you have provided the consultation. So for the first year you can record the revenue. If you have provided the consultation for the first year, you can record the revenue for the first year. And that is 15 lakh. Now, since 15 lakh of revenue and 15 lakh of services you have provided to your client, can the client, can that client ask you back 15 lakh? No. What he can ask you is remaining 15 lakh, that is advance for the next year. So you have recorded the revenue for the first year and you have left the advance received for the next year. Clear, Kriti? Are you clear with this? Perfect. Thank you. Yes, Ravi, please ask the doubt. Once hold the screen on sheet on screen. Okay, I'm not moving that sheet. This is what you want. You want to take a snap or something, screenshot or something. Yes, take the screenshot if you wish to. Otherwise, let me see if I can share the screenshot or not. I won't be able to share it. You will have to take it yourself. Perfect. Everyone clear with this? Shall we move ahead? Ravi, do you allow me to move ahead? Perfect. You receive 50 television at a cost of 25,000 per television. This is 25,000 per television. Sure. 50% paid in cash and 50% to be paid next year. So, considering you are in the business of buying television inventory, 50 into 25,000 gives you 12 lakh 50,000, out of which accounts, out of which 50% will be paid next year. So that is my accounts payable. And next 50%, the rest of the 50% is been received, is been paid. So paid to suppliers, the rest 50% is being paid in cash. So that would be this minus this. But make sure you put this in negative sign. Perfect. Next, marketing expenses. Sure, sure, sure. By the way, who is connected from Acer? Who is connected from Acer? Can I know your name, guy, bro, please? Okay, Lakshmi. Okay. Lakshmi, are you stuck anywhere? Please let me know. In any, I'll go slow. I'll go slow from the next time, but it's important for me to make sure that you have understood the concept till here. So are you stuck in any of the transaction? Please let me know, Lakshmi. Accounts payable. Okay. So you have bought inventory worth rupees 12 lakh 50,000. or 1.25 million. How the value of 1.25 million is coming from 50 into 25,000. That gives you 1.25 million. Out of that 1.25 million, it or 12 lakh 50,000 of worth of inventory. 12 lakh 50,000 worth of inventory. You have paid 50% in cash. That is 6 lakh 25,000 you have paid in cash. And the next 50%, that is again 6 lakh 25,000, you will be paying next year. So the amount that you will be paying next year is a liability for you, that is accounts payable, and the amount that you paid in cash is a cash outflow for you, that is 6 lakh 25,000. Have you got this now? Lakshmi, have you got this now? Thank you. Let me just delete this. Yes, Ravi. How may I help you? Ravi, how may I help you? Okay. So you want me? Okay. So this is CFO plus CFI plus CFF. How it is linked? How it is linked? I have taken sum of CFO, sum of CFI, and sum of CFF, and finally it is the total sum of CFO plus CFI plus CFF. CFO plus CFI plus CFF. This is total sum of CFO plus CFI plus CFF. This is how it is linked. If you can check, make sure you have selected the whole range while doing the sum. Have you got this, Ravi? Ravi, are you clear with this? Ravi, are you clear with this? Okay, perfect. Next is marketing expenses. Okay. Ravi, have you watched Hostel Days? Have you watched Hostel Days? It is one of the web series in Amazon Prime, and there in that there is a character called Ravi Teja. Marketing expenses, marketing expenses is 30,000. Soumya knows that character. Soumya has probably watched the Hostel Days. Yeah, it is really a good web series, by the way. Coming back to the financial statement, the name of the series is Hostel Days, guys. So no more discussion about Hostel Days. Let's be back to our financial statements. Marketing expenses were 30,000. Marketing expenses are 30,000. 25 televisions are sold at 50,000 each. Revenue 25 into 50,000. less COGS 25 into 25,000. So revenue is 12,50,000 and COGS is 6,25,000. Payment, is there anything mentioned whether it is on credit or cash? Nothing is mentioned. It means that it is on cash. Received payment from customer. That is 1 lakh, 12,50,000 and less inventory sold. That is 6,25,000 and we are done. Guys, any doubt in this part? This is as same as we had done yesterday. Any doubt? Anything I can help you out with in this part? Everyone clear? 8 again. Okay. So revenue, first of all, read this out. We have sold 25 televisions at 50,000 each. We have sold 25 televisions at 50,000 each. So what is the total revenue? The total revenue is 25 into 50,000. 25 into 50,000. Are you getting this? Then what was the cost of purchasing those 25 televisions? It was 25 into 25,000. The cost of purchasing all those televisions were 25 into 25,000. Since I have sold these 25 televisions, these 25 televisions will go out of my inventory. And since I have sold it, the total revenue I should receive is 12,50,000. That is what I have received it over here. Have you got this, Soumya? Perfect. Hire 3 workers for salary of 12 lakhs and total to be paid 70% in cash and 30% to be paid next year. 3 workers are hired for salary of 12 lakhs. I guess this is total salary of 12 lakhs to be paid in 70% cash. First of all, let's record the salary expense. That is 12 lakhs. Thus comes under investing activity. How can sale of television come under? But probably this time 50 televisions have been purchased and 50 to 25 televisions have been sold. So probably the main business activity of this firm that we are making financial statement for is buying and selling of televisions. Apart from that, when there is a big firm with good management, smaller firms come to them to ask for consultancy services, ask to help them out. Like you might have heard in Shark Tank India or any of the Shark Tank that you might be seeing. Generally, pitchers come to the sharks for helping them out and providing them with the support and assistance that they require. So sharks they charge them additionally for it. So consultancy services was one of the channels of revenue generation. And according to the 2 entries that is been seen over here, the televisions have been purchased. If televisions have been purchased with respect to keeping it and using it, it would have been in cash flow from investing activity. But since this has been purchased in order to sell it again, in order to resell it, it is part of the inventory and that is why it is the part of cash flow from operations. Have you got this, SC? Susan, have you got this? Susan, please confirm me. Have you got this so that I can move ahead? Thank you. Thanks a lot. 70% paid in cash. Salaries paid into 0.7. 70% has been paid in cash. Rest 30% salaries payables. This 3,60,000 worth of amount is payable. Interest income and expenses received and paid. Assets are depreciated, that we already did. Interest income received, income expenses paid, depreciation expenses recorded, and we are available with our financial statement. Finally, total CFO, total CFI, total CFF, opening balance of opening balance for cash flow, opening cash balance, closing cash balance is equals to opening is 0, closing is this plus this, and here we have our end of period cash. So guys, have you understood this? Have you understood this, everyone? Please confirm if any one of you have any doubt in any of the line items. Perfect. Okay. Closing cash balance is opening cash balance plus cash flow during the period. Okay, there are few students who have some doubt. Closing cash balance is opening cash balance plus closing cash plus cash balance during the period. So let's suppose you had 10 lakh rupees as a closing cash balance for last year. And this year you generated net cash of 5 lakh rupees. So what would be your closing cash balance? 10 lakh cash balance of last year plus 5 lakh cash balance of this year. That would give you 15 lakh cash balance. Guys, so Soumya is saying my values didn't get matched. Okay. Okay, Soumya. So which part of the value are not getting matched? Whether assets are not getting matched or whether liabilities are not getting matched? Closing cash balance is not getting matched. If closing cash balance is not getting matched, you will have to see that which part in this you are not on my values, only the asset is not getting matched. Is it due to closing cash balance? If closing cash balance is not getting matched, you will have to see whether CFO is getting matched, CFI is getting matched, or CFF is getting matched or not. Out of these three, which part of the cash flow statement is not getting matched? You will have to have a look on it. You will need to have a look on it. check. This closing cash balance will be the opening cash balance for the next year, correct? Everyone clear with this? Shall I share the sheet? Shall I close this sheet and share it? Perfect. Probably there might be a difference in positive or negative sign due to which the. So in closing cash balance, it was opening cash balance plus CFO plus CFI plus CFF. Opening cash balance plus CFO, CFI, CFF. The sheet has been uploaded. Please check. The sheet has been uploaded. Please check, guys. Please check. Are you able to open that sheet? Does that sheet contain solution? Please check and confirm me. Okay, PP is saying she has received. Perfect. Not opening. If it is not opening, go to your download folder and you. Yes, I have shared the sheet. PW, have you joined through your mobile device or have you joined through the laptop? If the sheet is not opening, you will have to go to your download folder and relocate the sheet and open it. The next sheet that we will be working on is financial statement analysis. Okay, you are actually disconnected. Don't worry, I'll share the sheet again. This is one of the sheet and the other sheet is this one. So I have uploaded two sheets, the one which we have solved as well and the one which we are going to solve that as well. Okay, the one which we have solved that one as well and the one which we are going to solve that one as well. So please open the sheet, the next sheet that says financial statement analysis. Please open that sheet, guys. You are able to see the sheet, right? Perfect. In this sheet, there is example 1, example 2, and example 3. Example 3 is a fairly long example. So we will be doing example 3 and example 1 and example 2 would be a homework for you. Example 1 and example 2 would be a homework for you. Okay, fair enough. Because example 1 and example 2 have relatively less entries. And example 3, we will be solving in class itself. But before starting with this is going to be a fairly long session. We could extend the session for 5 or 10 minutes. I don't know if you guys will need time. Sure, PW, I'll share. By the way, yesterday's sheet might have been uploaded on LMS as well, so please do check that as well. So, guys, do you need a 5 minutes break before starting with this sheet? Please let me know. Okay, PP says yes. I'm waiting for the majority. Okay, RK, SC, SK, all Excel sheet in LMS. Yes, it would be uploaded in LMS. Every sheet uploaded in the chat box will be uploaded in LMS. Sure, by the end of the class, I'll share yesterday's sheet as well. So let's go for a break, guys. Let's take a 5 minutes break, but be right back on time. Be right back on time, guys. No, actually, it depends on the job profile, what you are working for, Ravi. And most of the companies try to give training for with the process that they want to place you for. Please resend this sheet. Okay. Yes, VM. I have noted it down. I guess the timing is 8:15, right? Yes. They will be. You will be taught everything from scratch. VM. The timing is 8:15, right? Okay, Swapnil. Noted. So KG is saying we have only three Excel sheet regarding financial statements. So yeah, in the financial statement, only three sheets have been covered yesterday. The sheets that will be covered today will be uploaded tomorrow on LMS, and you will be having all the sheets uploaded by tomorrow. Okay, Swapnil, got it. But make sure you take out time from your busy schedule and arrange for the laptop and just go through the recordings. Otherwise, you will lag behind the syllabus. So after this, we will be starting with a very interesting module that is economics. You guys are definitely going to love it. Yes. So there is a section called Ask a Doubt. By clicking on it, you can raise a ticket and ask a doubt. Yes, I am going to take economics for you. In fact, all the sessions I am going to take for you. Okay, I have shared the sheet again. Yes, this is the last class for financial statement analysis. Of financial statements. Yes, yes, PW, there are 4 sheets. Shall we start? If every one of you are back, shall we start? Perfect. So first 2 sheets are homework. First 2 examples are homework. We will be starting with the third example. And I'll be real quick with this example. I'll try to complete this example today itself so that we in the next class we can start fresh with the new module called economics. So equity interlinking with will be the most important part in this example. So Ari, that was just a technical glitch. Data wrangling, even I don't know what does data wrangling mean. Actually, it is a topic for data science. So Data Trend has multiple courses. Data science and investment banking are one of them. And uh, by mistake, your batch was assigned a class for data science. So that was just a technical glitch. We don't have something called as data wrangling in our syllabus. Voice is not coming, guys. Am I not clearly audible? Okay. Okay. Probably, Ari, there might be a network error from your end because only you are complaining. I'm not telling it means you are wrong. It's just that there might be a network error from your end because everyone else is able to hear me clearly. So just make sure if you are facing this uninterrupted issue, you can just rejoin again. If it is just for a second, it will get better. In wait for next few minutes. If it gets better, it's perfectly fine. Yes, 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 yeah. You are correct. I'm a big fan of him. CFO, CFI, CFF, opening cash balance, net cash flow for the period closing, cash balance, net cash flow for the period. Let me check this. Perfect. Cash. Perfect. Perfect. Owner invests 1 lakh. Okay, just a second. Are we done with the interlinking? Yes. Okay, let's see. Owner invests 1 lakh in cash to start the business. Owner's contribution. Guys, this is fairly long. If you are able to match the pace, it's perfectly fine. But I can clearly understand its initial days for you. But we will have to stick to a timeline of the syllabus as well. So these are although some additional examples that I have prepared myself so that you can prepare well and we could be well versed with financial statement analysis. So in case you are able to match up the pace, it's perfectly fine. In case you are not, you can go through the recordings and then practice this. That also works for me. That is perfectly fine. Owner's contribution, but make sure that you focus and be attentive 100%. If I am making mistakes purposely or unintentionally, you should be able to stop me and highlight me there itself. Owner contribution 1 lakh. So yeah, I have shared you with example 1 and 2 that you need to practice yourself, and there has been around 5-6 examples shared previously as well, so you can practice that as well. Around 4-5 examples was shared previously as well, right? So you can practice that as well. In case you need more sheets like this, let me know. I will provide you that. Owner's contribution, correct. Check. Next, office furniture, office equipment, and just give me a second. Let me adjust your chat box. Office equipment and furniture, or HOI. Office equipment and furniture worth rupees 25,000. Purchased on credit. Accounts payable is worth 25,000. Rented office space for the month, paying 5,000 in cash. Rent expense 5,000. In DCF valuation, yes, in financial modeling and DCF valuation, we will cover ratio analysis. Rent paid next. Next, correct. Obtained a startup loan 50,000 from a local bank, 95,000 cash. 95,000 cash is automatically coming from here. So I have not entered that 95,000 cash, Soumya. 1 lakh rupees of owner's contribution subtracting 5,000 on rent paid gives me 95,000 cash. So obtained a startup loan 50,000. Bank loan 50,000. Paid utility bills for the month 1,200 in cash. Utility expenses, because why retained earnings is in minus, because this is an expense and this is the only thing recorded in the income statement. So there is only expense, no income yet. That is why it is representing a loss. So this is net income or net loss. Utility bills, right? Utility expenses 1,200. Utility bills paid. And that is 1,200. Oh, I'm sorry. This should also be negative sign. Perfect. Build clients for consulting provided, totaling 15,000. Okay. Revenue is $15,000 this time. And we have billed the client. It means that not received the cash yet. Accounts receivable. Done. Received 8,000 in cash from clients for services rendered. It means that client has taken services earlier and made the payment now. So 8,000 account receivable, cash received from client. I think there is one issue as well in this sheet. We will see what it is. Paid 10,000 in salaries to employees, salary expenses. Salaries paid. Guys, are you understanding this, right? Am I going too fast? You are able to understand this, right? Please stop me if in case you face any difficulty in any of the line item. Bought office supplies on credit. So 2,500 worth of office supplies are also purchased. That is on credit. Already office equipment and furnitures are there. Let me add this in. Sure, sure. I'll share the sheet. And this is on credit. So accounts payable will also increase by 2,500. Office supplies bought on credit. I have added those office supplies in office equipment and furnitures. And that is worth 2,500. Perfect. Recorded interest expense for 500 for the loan. We don't really need to calculate interest expense. It has been already given to us. 500. We have just recorded it and not yet paid it. Interest payable. Mine. So whenever you will receive these names like billed, recorded, it says that it has not been paid yet. For additional consulting of 12,000, revenue of 12,000. So what I can do is equals to this plus 12,000. It will check for 1,000. Why this 1,000 is not being matched? Interest payable. Okay. This liability is important. Perfect. Next, billed clients for additional consulting done. Added it in revenue, received 6,000 in cash from client for additional services provided. Again, additional services are provided, but we have received cash for that. Yes, the sheet will also be shared on LMS, don't worry. Now, if I want to check that if this revenue is linked somewhere, I will go to formulas and check trace dependence. And here we have accounts receivable of 6,000. And yes, it will be uploaded on LMS, don't worry. Accounts received from clients, cash received from clients, it would be 8,000 minus 6,000. And this is what I'm going to do over here as well. Correct. Well, I leave early today. I'll go through the recording. Yes, you can escape if you have any urgent work to do, for sure. But if you are going to enjoy CSK versus SRH match, then I think you can wait. So guys, build clients for additional consulting services done. Received 6,000 for done, 2,500 for office furniture item. Didn't understand the interest entry on July 25. Just we recorded the interest expenses. We recorded that we need to pay an interest expense and it has not been paid yet. It has not been paid yet. That is why we are recording interest payable, because it is a liability for me. Liability and assets sections are doubt. Where do you have doubt in this? In liability, where do you have doubt? In accounts payable? Earlier, what we used to do for every revenue, what we did, we created a separate line item, but that is not the ideal way to do it. It was basics for us, and it was important to understand the basics. That's why we recorded revenue 1, revenue 2, revenue 3, revenue 4. But this time we are doing this every revenue in one under one heading only. Have you seen in income statement there are multiple revenue recorded? No, you might have never seen that. That is why we are trying to move ourselves towards the professional way. Rohit, have you got this? RK, have you got this? Interest expense had been recorded and it has not been paid. That is why payable is been recorded over here. Next, receive 6,000 in cash. Done. Next is 2,500 refund from a supplier for a returned furniture item. Office furniture is worth 27,500, out of which 2,500 is been returned. So accounts payable will also decrease from 2,500. Okay. Paid 3,000 of professional insurance coverage. Paid 3,000 of professional insurance coverage for the year. So insurance is an expense. 3,000 insurance expense paid. Provided consulting services for a new client, invoiced 7,000. Again, invoiced them 7,000. It means that they have taken services for 7,000. And account receivable, as you can see, since we have linked it, it will automatically increase with 7,000. Go through this, guys. Go through each and every entry and let me know if you are facing any difficulty in this part. Please check the entry. Check, rematch the entry with your entry and check whether you are facing any difficulty with this part. Please do check, guys. Please do check. Sincere request. Are you checking, guys? Or shall I move ahead? Please reply. Perfect. GA is done. Waiting for more responses. How did we get 40,000 in revenue? How did we get 40,000 in revenue? I show you how. 15 plus 12 plus 6 plus 7. Because you might have not, if you are getting 33,000 in revenue, you might have not recorded this last entry. You guys are getting 42,000. So revenue figures are not clear. Please check the revenue figures. AS, you might not have recorded 7,000 in the last entry. That is why you are not getting 40,000. SC, please let me know what value you are getting. Soumya is getting 42,000. How come, Soumya? Please check whether these are the only entries that you have made or not. Meanwhile, those who have got 40,000 in revenue, please confirm me, is the revenue 40,000 or am I wrong in this part? Guys, I'm open to feedbacks. I'm open to learn from you. 8,000 cash received from clients. Cash is received from clients. It doesn't mean that we need to record that in revenue. Earlier, the services were provided and cash is received now. That is why we can't really record that in revenue. Okay. Received a partial payment of 4,000 from a client for a previous invoice. Partial payment of 4,000 has been received. Received from client, partial payment of 4,000. Done. Moving ahead. Paid 1,500 internet and communication services. Internet expenses. Worth 1,500 rupees. 1,500. 1,500 rupees. 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 1,500 interest expenses paid. Oh, sorry, not interest expenses, but internet bills paid. Hired a part-time consultant and paid the first month's salary 2,500. We have hired a part-time consultant and paid their first month's salary of 2,500. Salary expenses for the first month is 2,500. Salaries paid. Next, software license 3,500 to enhance service capabilities. What is license? Is license an expense? Is purchase of software license an expense for me? This is a unique one. Very good, G. Very good. Very good, Preeti. Think about this. What would be the two entries? What would be the two entries, guys? It is an expense. No. Patents, license, copyrights, goodwill are example of my intangible assets. Patents, copyrights, licenses are example of my intangible assets. So I have purchased software licenses, which is an asset for me. That is worth 3,500, right? And cash flow from investing activities paid for software license, that is 3,500. Guys, are you clear with this? Tax expense 4,000. Taxes taxes paid minus 4,000. Paid 800 for online advertising services to promote the business. Online advertising services. That is nothing but advertising expense, which is 800. Which is 800. Now, I need more space. Revenue is 27,000. No, revenue is 40,000. Why you are getting 27,000 GA? Six, I think you are getting confused in this 6,000. You are assuming that this 6,000 is paid for last, where was that 6,000 entry? Guys, please find that 6,000 and let me know in which date that 6,000 entry was there. Is row number 15. Yes, received in cash from clients for additional services provided. Additional services are provided over here. So it would be a new revenue. If additional services are provided, it would be a part of new revenue and not existing revenue. So this 6,000 that has been paid is with respect to new revenue. Yes. Because it is clearly mentioned, right? Additional services provided. So it would be additional revenue. Conducted a training workshop. Let me check whether we need to adjust income statement as well or not. Control X, Control V, Control C, Alt S, T, Alt S, T. Function F4, function F4. So what function F4 does is it repeats what we had discussed, what we had covered last time. To add cell, what you will have to do, go where you need to add cell. So if you need to add a line item over here, select this whole range, shift space bar, select the whole range using shift space bar, control plus, control plus, control plus, control plus, 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 plus. Got this, RT? If you want to reduce the cell, control minus, 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 minus. Got this? Guys, are mine values matching with yours till here? Are mine values matching with yours till here? Soumya, see where I am wrong or where you are wrong. If the values are not matching, probably I could be wrong or you could be wrong. Soumya, so please see where is the difference. Okay, you will be seeing the recording. Perfectly fine with me. Advertisement expenses paid. Guys, may while practicing, don't interlink the model beforehand and try doing it. You will realize that how important it is to understand the impact of interlinking this model. This is really, really, really important because I remember in one of the classes, I just started with the model, just started with entering the entries one by one without interlinking the model, and it took us nearly 1 hour and approximately one session to recognize what was the error and where the error was due to which the model was not, the balance sheet was not tallying. So make sure that you understand the idea behind and importance behind interlinking that model. Based on that, you will realize how important it is. Make sure you put checkline always in negative. Minus 800. Why the values are not getting matched? Conducted a training workshop for clients generating 6,500 in workshop fees. Okay. Training workshop is being conducted for client. 6,500 is generated. For workshop fees, accounts receivable will go for 6,500. Perfect. Purchased office software license for 2,000 on credit. Again, software licenses have been purchased. I will add it here itself. Accounts payable, let it increase by 2,000 more. Okay, I think the adjustments are already made. 2,000 is on credit. Only 3,500 was paid in cash. Rest 2,000 is in credit. Revenue amount not matching. Don't worry, I'll come to that. Yes, yes. Just give me a second. This is minus 3,500 plus software licenses plus 2,000. Okay. Sounds great. Perfect. Okay. Yes. So you were clear with training workshop part. You are confused with purchase office software license for 2,000 on credit. 2,000 software licenses purchased worth 2,000 on credit. Just give me a second. Yes. Software licenses are purchased worth 2,000 on credit. So rather than mentioning software license separately, I will mention it over here only. That is equals to 3,500 plus 2,000. But since I am changing this, this is also getting changed. The reason being I am changing this is also getting changed because this is interlinked. So I will have to put 3,500 over here manually. And the next 2,500, 2,000 will be added in accounts payable. Accounts payable. Now, are you clear? Because the purchase is made on credit. Are you getting this, AS? AS, have you got this? Professional association fees. I will name it professional fees. Yes, I can show you accounts receivable. This is accounts receivable. I have automated accounts receivable. So you have generated some revenue out of which you have received some payment in cash. The remaining part will be your accounts receivable. Correct? Are you getting this, SC? Everyone, have you got this? Why I automated accounts receivable? Perfect. Professional fees. Professional paid 900 for professional fees. Professional fees will go to account receivable. Paid 900 of professional association dues for the year. No, professional fees is an expense. And we have paid it. Yes, professional fees is an expense and we have paid it. So it would be a cash outflow for me. What was the value, by the way? 900, right? Soumya, are you getting this? Soumya, are you getting this? Professional fees is an expense and we have paid it. So that is why it is a cash outflow. Office supplies were overcharged for rupees 300. It means that this office furniture that we expected to be more than 300. So I will have to deduct this 300 from office supplies, and my payable that I had to pay 2,500, I will be now paying 300 less. So that is the refund that the supplier is giving me. Hired a freelance graphic designer and paid 1,200 for designing marketing materials. Marketing expenses 300. Marketing fees 300. Build a client for an emergency consulting services amounting to 3,500. Emergency consulting services, again part of my revenue. And we have just billed it, not received it. Marketing expenses is 1,200. Okay, sorry. Build a client for an emergency consulting services 3,500. 3,500 has been recorded. It will match automatically because it will lead to rise in accounts receivable. Perfect. The last two entries. Received 2,000 in advance payment, a new client for future services. Advance received. Amount 2,000. Advance received is 2,000. Advance payment from a client for future services. And the final entry for the day. Replenished office supplies by purchasing 1,000 worth of office supplies on credit. Replenished is nothing but repairing expenses. 1,000. But this is on credit, so that will give rise to accounts payable. 2,000 is not getting matched. Tell me the reason why. Guys, why 2,000 is not getting matched? Simply because this would be plus 1,000 and not minus 1,000. Plus 1,000. Perfect. We are done with financial statement analysis. I hope you enjoyed this whole module. In case you feel that you have any doubt in this, we can connect over a meet. Purchase office software for 2,000 in credit. So office software 2,000 in credit, and accounts payable increases with 2,000. So this is accounts payable. You can see that it increases with 2,000. So what happened? What happened is TG. Yes, I will share this file. Don't worry. So TG, what actually happened is the supplier gave you a bill of 2,500 for the office supplies, but actually it was only 2,200. So 300 has been reduced. The asset has been reduced. Its value for 300 rupees. Earlier, you thought the value of the asset is 25,000, but since 300 is reduced, now you will subtract the 300 over here, and now you will pay 300 less to the supplier. No worries, yes, you can go through the recordings, and still if you face any issues, request let me know the CFO CF. Oh, CFF and CFI. Thank you, TG. Mine is not matching. No worries. If it is not matching, you can go through the recordings. And if still you face any issues, we can connect over it. So, Soumya, CFO is cash flow from operations, those cash flows that are generated from core business. CFI is cash flow from investment, that is investment in fixed assets. It is purchase of sale of fixed assets that is dealt with CFI, and CFF is equity or debt. Anything related to equity and debt is a part of CFF. Okay, just give me a second. Let me share this sheet. I hope you enjoyed the session. Waiting for your feedback. Please let me know your suggestions so that I can improve myself in future. Thanks a lot. And that was all from my end. So see, I have shared the sheet. Yes, Soumya. Yes, the sheet has been uploaded. Sure, sure. I'll share that, PK sir. I was working in one of the buy side, one of the firm which used to provide buy side financial modeling services to investment bank. But right now I am student for CFA level 2. Accounts receivable are those accounts that you are expected to receive in future. You have provided the services, you have not received the account, you are expected to receive it in future. So that is account receivable. Yes, CFO will be, no, debt and loans will come under CFF, cash flow from financing activities. And CFI, it is cash flow from investing activities. Purchase or sale of fixed assets is CFI. Hello. Yes, I'll share the sheet cases for quiz. So guys, I'm sharing the sheet. Yes, yesterday's sheet I'm sharing. Don't worry, don't worry. Even I remember that. So CPW, the sheets have been uploaded. Yes, sheets will also be uploaded on LMS AM. Don't worry about it. Yesterday's sheets are already uploaded on LMS. This sheet will also be uploaded on the LMS. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Bye bye. I hope you enjoyed the session. Thanks a lot. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you.